Get in on the action this season with Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game. Select higher or lower between 2 and 8 players and compete for up to 325 times your entry. Use code DIRECTOR when signing up to receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Action.
Who's got it better than us?
Yo to Bolt fam, it's the director. What's up, everybody? Bolt up, Tara in the house. Sure, Hugo's around here somewhere. We got director's biggest fan, Envy Talent, Lance McKenzie, Mark Davis. Good to see everybody in the chat today, man. Episode 2 of Sim Sundays. Chargers off to a slow start, 0-2, but I'm gonna tell you what, I found the secret. I found the secret. It's competitive mode. I went back and I rewatched our rebooted episode. And it turns out competitive mode was the secret all along. So we're going to continue the series on competitive mode. See how the Chargers do here now in week 3 versus the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos now here in week 3. Let's jump right into it, baby. Week 3, Denver Broncos. And the Chargers are back at it again. Hey, Hugo, how you doing, man? Hope everything's on the up and up. We're all thinking about you, praying for you. Hope everything's good, man. Good to see you too, Tara. Say hi to the fam. New Charger Air for Chargers. Yes. We're all very excited. Daniel says, you look like a Prince director. Thank you, sir. A Prince with the royal allergy season. Holy crap, it's kicking my butt this year, dude. Everywhere I go, I look completely blitzed. It's insane. Like the Bud Dupree extension. Yes. Very much so a fan of that. I like stability in terms of depth if we can get it. Here come the Bolts. Versus the Broncos week 3, it's a get-right game, and hopefully the competitive mode thing really helps. I remember that being a big thing last year. We had to reboot. You guys remember? We were like 5 games into the season. We had to reboot the series. Don't have time for that this year. We'll see how it goes. Let's go into the sim mode. Of course, we're going to go in slow and not next. Okay, we'll have to do this one more time after this play. Go, Chart Director. How are you today? Yeah, very well. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, we're definitely bouncing out of this allergy. I think the biggest thing that doesn't help my case is that I'm a Jeep enthusiast. I guess coming back into the hobby, right? I drove a Jeep for like 6 or 7 years when I was in high school and in my 20s. Traded it for a minivan while I had kids. Now that they're growing up, I got my Wrangler again. And man, just driving through nature, I'm just getting exposed to all sorts of mess. It's definitely, it's definitely taking its toll. As we get a Darius Davis run back to the 26 or 27. Nice return. And here comes Justin Herbert in the offense. We're looking to run the football today. Justin Herbert. But an awesome season last year. Was it 23 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions? Which is absolutely absurd. Get back. Whew. Yeah, Mark, that's what I got to explain to, especially in my videos. I get a lot of comments. Director, what are you doing? I'm like, trust me, trust. We're okay. Envy with the 33 months. Hey, Director, what's your thoughts on their interior defensive line? I'm still worried about us in third and short, but anyways, let's get these dubs bolt up. Yeah, there's two parts of me. One who's still very worried. I love Jamari Caldwell. I think he's going to be awesome. I think he's going to need a little bit of time, though. We have a whole bunch of signings in the interior. We got Hand. Is it Phillips? Who was the other guy? Jones, the other guy in the middle. So there's some hope for it. But then the other side of the coin for me, I think Tierra Tart's going to have a really good season, man. I do. I have a really good feeling that he's the next Puna Ford. Because if you guys remember this time last year, our signings in the interior, we weren't completely sold on it either. And then Puna ended up popping off for us. I think there's the same, possibility of that. And Tierra Tart, as the first pass is going to be hurried. Unfortunately, it is incomplete as Jones. Is it DJ Jones of the Broncos? Makes his way in there. Let me actually grab the Broncos roster here real quick. We can call this proper. Here comes 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. We're looking for a bounce back. It's going to be underneath. Oh, Lat McConkey gets that in a nice window, turns upfield, brings in the first down. Chargers. It's Lad McConkey who brings that one in. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's grab the rosters real quick. Broncos roster. Sort by number. We should be able to call this a little bit easier. Next up, Chargers now at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. I think we see Hampton out there at running back. Is it going to be a carry? It is, and Hampton makes a nice move for a 3-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd and 7 from the 43. Broncos defense going to be deadly for sure. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the Broncos defense I grew up watching. I think throughout high school, the Chris Harris, goodness, there's a whole bunch of them in the no-fly zone. Here comes another carry. It's going to be Hampton once again. Hampton makes a nice move. It gets us up to a 3rd and 2. Hampton with 2 rushes. Second rush looking absolutely awesome. It's going to be a 3rd and 2 coming up. A 3rd and 2 coming up. Who's the guy with the chain? You guys remember from the no-fly zone of the Broncos? Can anybody name? There was 2 or 3 crazy DBs, including a safety, in that era of the Broncos, and it was ridiculous. Justin Herbert having to turn around. He needs to throw that thing away. Oh, man, a 3rd and 2. Turns into a 4th and 16 as the Broncos pass rush. It's Benito. It was one of the part of the league-leading rushing unit of the Broncos last season. In terms of sacks, it'll be a 4th and forever and a Chargers punt. Talib, that's right, Talib. You know what's crazy? And I'm completely blaming my allergy medication for this. Raise your hand if you feel like antihistamines make you a little, airheaded. I have felt so dumb the last, week. I can't put a sentence together half the time, in person especially. Oh, man, it's been brutal. Making, goofy mistakes here and there. It's been nuts. I cannot wait until this season is over. I want to be outside, too, which is the definite double-sided or double-edged sword of this whole thing. Yeah, I heard about Donald Parham. We wish him well. Think Razzo. Good to see you. Daniel Fernandez. Good old crew making their way back as the Chargers will take their first series here on defense. See if Derwin James can help lead to a turnover or something for this team after that brutal 4th down sack on Justin Herbert. Here comes the outside. It's number 14, who doesn't take it very far. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 to the line of scrimmage. Number 12 not listed on the roster here. I'll have to wait and see what the game shows us. I didn't make the roster, by the way. I just made the Charger side of it a little bit more accurate, but this comes off of a community roster, so it came highly recommended, though. Here comes the next play. It's going to be Bo Nix trying to run for the first down. Now he's looking at a 3rd and 2, much like the Chargers in the last drive. Can we get a sack? What's up, Tupac? Too bad for Dom, so much potential. Yeah. Unfortunately, that frame, which is crazy because he was also a big dude, like not just tall, like, but he wasn't lanky or nothing either. But unfortunately, that is prone to injury. Here comes the next play. It's a carry. Looks like he's got some space. Nice rounded run. Is that Harvey? It's going to be a first down Broncos. Number 37 of the Broncos being, not listed here. I'm going to guess it's the rookie, R.J. Harvey. That's got to be Harvey. Yes, it is. Number 37 of the Broncos. Keep an eye on him. He's going to be a featured part of this offense as we face him twice this year. Over the middle, it's number 14 of the Broncos. I'm going to guess that's Cortland Sutton for an 8-yard gain. Cortland Sutton, number 14. And it's a 2nd and 2. They let Knicks run too much. Yeah, that's a big thing, too. And I don't know, like, you get more conscious of what the coaches want as you get, older, but it feels like that was Justin Herbert in his early seasons, too, until they told him to knock it off. You know what I mean? I think we should hone that. I think we should continue letting Justin Herbert, because so far what I've seen, when he takes off with the football, he looks to make the good decisions. He'll try and slide, which he's gotten a lot better. You guys got to admit, like year one to now, that slide has improved tenfold. But just going out of bounds, getting down, minimizing his risk for injury, seems like he's grown into that. I want to use him more as a rusher. Here comes Khalil Mack, bounces off R.J. Harvey. It's going to be a 2nd and 6 coming up. 2nd and 6. Going up the chat. Doing good. Have some news. I'm going to home on the 17th, finally, after being hospitalized since February. Oh, man. We're all praying for you, dude. Definitely a homecoming that I'm sure you're very excited for, man. Since February. That is nuts, dude. That is absolutely nuts. Put your feet up, relax. Get a drink. Hopefully Chargers football gets here sooner rather than later to lift everybody's spirits, man. We're thinking of you, Hugo. Here comes 3rd and 5 for Bo Nix and the Broncos. And the Chargers get a sack here. Come on. Oh, a wide open receiver, number 19. That's Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims with the reception, and the Broncos continue their drive. Campo, beautiful out here, great time. Hey, Pepe, enjoy your time, man. Stay safe. Steelers finally signing a quarterback. Yep. I know it, man. I was like, there's no way. There's no way they're going into the season with Mason Rudolph. Here comes another carry. R.J. Harvey trying to find a block, and nice pick up by Derwin James. So it brings him down at the 35-yard line. The Chargers trying to get a stop here. Pulled him to 3 or less. The first Devontae Adams video. We talking about the one where he got upset on Netflix? 2nd and 10. It'll be I form for the Broncos. Is it another R.J. Harvey carry? It is. It's up the middle. Nice block. Hey, but Dan Henley gets in there and says, okay, we'll hold you to 5. It's a 3rd and 5. 30-yard line. Chargers another opportunity for a stop here. Can they get it? When he wanted Keenan Allen. Oh, yeah, that whole thing. They definitely were trying to recruit each other to the other team. Here comes another play. It's Nix. Throws over the middle. Oh, man, wide open again. It's Mims. Chargers defense is getting diced up. And their first drive for the Broncos. Still have a good amount of time in the second quarter, but, man, we need to get a stop. A turnover would be great. That was one of the awesome moments of, unfortunately, the loss versus Kansas City. But up in the red zone, the Chargers were able to force a fumble. Can we do it again? Here comes another carry. It's Harvey. Harvey rounds the corner again. That's what we're worried about in real life. Harvey's going to be a beast on this team. He shouted me out. Oh, is that right? I remember doing some parodies on April Fool's a couple of times with that whole idea as well. It was pretty fun. Another I-form look for the Broncos. Is it a carry? Yes, it is. He's going to go up the middle and gets wrapped up nicely by Tuli Tuipulotu. It's a 3rd and 3. This would be the Chargers' 3rd or 4th opportunity to get off the field on 3rd down. Can they do it, Madden? See what the Maddens decide. Hold him to 3, please. Can't wait to have Colson back on the field. Yeah, I think he's going to have an awesome bounce back here. Did not get to play much last year. Here's Bo Nix going to the outside, and it's a touchdown Broncos. A flawless drive by the Broncos as the Chargers need to answer back quickly. They do not get the ball in the second half. They do not get the ball in the second half. Dobbins left Denver without a contract. Yeah, we're hoping that's the case. I mean, I'm rooting for JK. I want him to get some carries this year. I want him to play, but not in the AFC West, please. Hate this game already. We're hoping for a different result, man. It's been crazy. First 2 games have been crazy. Let's see if the Chargers can turn things around. Where else do you think Dobbins may get an opportunity to play? I think he'd be a good backup in San Francisco. You know? Didn't they just let their backup go somewhere else recently? They got traded or something? Who was that guy? He was a great fantasy back for a few weeks there. He got traded to, like, Minnesota or something. I think JK would fit beautifully in that system. It was Mason. Yeah, Mason. Jordan Mason. Traded somewhere. Chicago's another spot I think he'd be good. Yeah, nice backup in Chicago. You know, maybe. Who did Chicago take? Who's their RB1? Am I tripping, or did they take anybody? Oh, it's still DeAndre Swift. I feel like they drafted somebody, don't know. Rashawn Johnson. Oh, from last year. Oh, Kyle Monungai. That's who they got. Kyle Monungai. I mean, still, he might fit in rotation there. Rashawn Johnson's also kind of a big dude, right? Another kind of like power back. I don't know. Yeah, it's Swift. Yeah, it was Kyle Monungai that I was thinking of. Here come the Chargers. They need an answer quick here, man. They need to put points up on the board this series. Here comes a carry. Ooh, dude, here comes... Oh, my goodness, Hampton. It only amounted to 3 yards, unfortunately. The Broncos were ready, but, man, 3 broken tackles, 1 for each yard gained. Jordan Mason is a Viking. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Mason traded to the Vikings. I think JK would do well in San Fran. Here comes another play by Herbert. Herbert's going to toss it underneath to his tight end, Will Dissly. It'll be a 3rd and inches. We need to pick up this first down, man. This game feels like it get out of hand real quickly if you just let the Broncos run all over you, and you don't want to give them a lead in order to do that. Let's get Najee Harris in there for a quick first down. They're going to stick with Marion Hampton here. Broncos look ready and stacked. It's a Justin Herbert play action. It's incomplete. 4th and inches at the 35. Do they go? They got to punt it here. That's crazy. Looks like a very sloppy screen. And the Chargers got to punt it away. Yeah, I don't know what that call was. We were hoping for the I form. But unfortunately, Madden, not the best of play callers in some games. Meanwhile, they got Bo Nix here, 4 for 4 for 40 and 1. Hampton picked Capari Jansen because of the competition they faced in college. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Janty, we all expect to be insane. I've been keeping tabs on the Raiders, watching, so what their camp and stuff is looking like, and they look tough. They don't look like yesterday's Raiders. They look like a new Raiders. And we got to definitely keep an eye on them as things get closer. Here's another completion for Bo Nix. They got 4 minutes to get to the end zone. We got to make sure. Yeah, this is comp, by the way. You can tell on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, we switched from sim to comp. which was the key last year to avoiding these disastrous games. Here comes Bo Nix, and oh, nice! It was a handoff to Harvey, and they and Henley said, no, sir, it's a 2nd and 9. AFC friggin' coaches and upgrades, holy crap. Yeah, this division, and I don't know if I'm the only person that keeps harping about this, but this division reminds me so much of the AFC North now. Ravens, Steelers, Browns. And it feels like it's going to be one of the more focused divisions in football for a while. Who's number 1? Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram's number 1 on this team now, by the way. Evan Ingram, tight end. Number 1. Yeah, we boosted his awareness to 99, hoping that would have made a difference, but Madden will Madden as we go to the 2-minute warning. Not for the win now for each of the Chiefs. Yeah, so that's the big thing, too, I keep reminding people, is that it's tough for the Chargers, but weirdly, if you look at it from a certain perspective, this is a good thing for them, too, because it's become that much harder on the Chiefs, too, which should open an opportunity for some AFC West team to step in there for number 1. Here's Bo Nix going up top. Incredible catch by Vele. Between 2 defenders, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 21. Who's starting for the Giants next game at quarterback, Russell or Dart? It's definitely going to be Russell Wilson. I'm keeping an eye on that situation closely. I have Ladd McConkey and Malik Neighbors in my Dynasty League. And I get to take one with me to this year. Is Bo Nix going to step up and run? And he'll pick up 8 yards. Broncos threatening at the 13. But Russell Wilson, QB1, I'm like, you got to imagine the kind of upgrade that's providing for Malik Neighbors. Man, dude, last year was a disaster. And I watched it because I have Malik Neighbors in this league. Here comes the screen. It's off target. Screens don't really work in this Madden, I'm starting to realize. It's Thule out there in a 3rd and 2 with 39 seconds left. How many sacks did our Bolts get last week? Through the 2 games, I think we got 1 sack. And here comes Bo Nix firing over the middle, and it's another touchdown Broncos. I'm going to step in. See if we can grab a score before half. I don't want this one to run away too. These simulations, sometimes they're one-sided. I have no idea what to do about it. But so far, you know, the Chargers without even, I think we have, 1 first down to the Broncos 2 touchdowns. That's not the way that's going to go. I'll step in for this drive. How about that? See if we can score in 35. To run first for the Chargers. Those are Staley's plays. It's set to the Chargers playbook. We may change it to a run first playbook. But the Chargers playbook is full of run plays as well. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Let's see how much yardage we can get off of this. Then again, maybe we're in bad hands because I don't play Madden as much as I used to. Not even close, dude. Let's see what we got in terms of favorites here. Outside runs. I like this play. I remember this play. See if we can split that that safety. If it's a too high, then I'm not sure where this is going. It'll be QJ. Cross routes, yeah. Want to run the football. Let's try this crosser. We'll put Conklin outside to try and push that safety downfield. Let's get Hampton to block for us here, and then maybe we'll put Trey Harrison to drag just in case. All right, here we go. Can we get Ladd McConkey open on a crosser? 20 seconds. Let's go for another crosser. This one's on Conklin. I don't know if I like that. Can I switch it to Johnston? Yes, I can. We're going to put Harris on the streak. Then once again, let's put McConkey on the drag. Ooh, they have it covered pretty well. And Herbert off target. Man, this is rough, bro. We just go for the vert. The 4 vert. See if we can get Johnston open. Where's McConkey on the drag? Okay, timeout. Nice comeback by the director. Go back to level sales. Ooh. They may be setting a blitz from the DB on the left. What do we do? Do we take the 3? Or do we go for the touchdown? Do we take the 3 or go for the touchdown? What do you think, chat? You guys want to go for the touchdown? I don't know what I have for this, man. What's going to score us a touchdown here? You can try this. Conklin underneath. Can we stretch him out a little bit? All right, here we go. There we go. Touchdown, Johnston. All right, we're back on track. Ho! QJ takes us into the end zone, and we're going to bring it within 1 score once again, and then we're going to hand it back to the sim. Man, that's stressful. Thank you. My superior Madden play calling results in 7. We'll keep this game entertaining. Maybe that's what we'll do a few times a game until things level out. Because, I mean, I thought we figured it out. I went back and I watched our simulation of the game we decided to restart the whole series on last year. And the key was, in that game, to change it to comp. And after that, the whole series went smooth. I don't know if it's the same, because that was a different game. We got to remember that. That was Madden 24. This is Madden 25. That might not carry as big an impact this year. You want to take over for Roman? I think also next game, because last year we didn't have Jim Harbaugh in the playbook, or we didn't have the Chargers playbook with Jim Harbaugh in mind. They do have playbooks that are more generic towards a certain play style, and I think they have a power run playbook that we might switch to for the Chargers offense, because that's what they're built to do. We've seen some good plays out of the run. Not a lot of consistency. As the Broncos take over here in the second half. Chargers touchdown to close the first half. Yeah, I don't know. 12 personnel with deep out. Yeah, we'll see what we can find. I'll take a look before the next game versus the Giants. Broncos a tough team, but yeah, I don't think it's going to shake out quite that way. It's a 1st and 10 for Bo Nix, and a nice carry by Harvey. Harvey, man, he must be averaging 5 yards a carry so far. Second and 5. Close formation for the Broncos. Got to expect another run here. It's Bo Nix underneath, fires, and it's Evan Ingram who picks up another, we're going to say 6-7 yards and a first down. Spider YZ banana. Defense certainly needs a shot in the arm, man. Defense is getting diced up by Bo Nix. 1st and 10, Nix. It's a run. It's Harvey. He's got a lot of space. Luckily, Alohi Gilman up there to stop him at the 46-yard line. Try to do a play call limit of 1 or 2 with cooldown. I think you can do that in franchise mode, right? Can you do that in just a regular sim game? Because that would be kind of cool. Here comes Bo Nix. He's got to run for it. Khalil Mack's got him. Khalil Mack. Finally some life on defense. That's a sack for the Mack attack. And the Bolts have an opportunity to finally get off the field. Finally get off the field. On defense. Come on, Mac. Let's go. 52's in the chat. Yeah, definitely about time we see a sack from Khalil. 2nd and 18. Can the Chargers get off the field, man? Back at the 46-yard line. They need this. They need this stop. Yeah, I feel you, Eddie. Looking at wide formation underneath pass. I think that's Ingram again. And they're going to get a large chunk of that yardage back, but it's a 3rd and 10. Chargers have been really bad on 3rd down this game. Come on, baby. You juiced them up a little bit last time. You're talking about last year. I juiced up a lot of awareness on the roster. Just, some of the key players that you would expect to not be doofuses like Derwin and Justin and those guys. Here comes Nix. He's got to run. Come on, guys. Close the gap, please. They're going to barely stop him. It's 4th and 1. What do the Broncos do in no man's land here? Have I heard anything about Trey Hendrickson? No. I would expect it's too much for the Chargers. Most teams aren't moving in on it. And the Chargers are very conservative when it comes to their trades. Here comes the 3-point try. Who's their new kicker? Is it Will Lutz? They're going to go for the 3, and they miss. Did they miss? Can't quite tell. My eyes suck. Oh, I think it bounced. It doinked. Woohoo! It's a doink. The Chargers get the ball back in good field position. We've got a game. We've got a game. He wants near $40 million, too. That's insane. Yeah, that I don't know if that's in the Chargers' wheelhouse. It's a doink. Here come the Chargers offense. I changed the depth chart a little bit, too, so you would see a little bit of Mike and Trey Harris and Quentin Johnston in the slot. Here comes Justin Herbert over the middle. It's going to be his tight end, Conklin, who fights for extra yardage. A 1st down Chargers. And their first play on this drive. Let's go. Yeah, Mark, there's been some speculation on that. We don't know. The Chargers historically, though, they do a lot of their deals in July. I'm very much so expecting that to get done. Justin Herbert fires corner. It's going to be QJ, a 2nd and 3. A 2nd and 3. I don't want to put Ladd in the slot. But I feel like he was making more plays in the slot. We may end up putting him back. I think I put QJ in the slot, so him and Mike. Oh, here comes a nice run by Hampton. Nice run. Let's go. Omarion, 1st down at the 29-yard line. Chargers are moving. I put QJ in the slot. At wide receiver 4, Mike Williams at wide receiver 3, just so we would see a little bit more of both, what I think is going to happen in real life. But I think we need Ladd in the slot a little bit more. Here comes another run, maybe. Justin Herbert motioning his tight end. Feels like a run, and it's a flag. Come on, man. First flag of the game goes to the Chargers. 5 yards. And a 1st and 15 at the 34. Will KLS find his way into the Bolts lineup? Maybe at some point we'll bump him into that same position just so he gets a little bit more time. But we'll see. Here comes a nice carry. It's going to be Hampton. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not great blocking, and it's a 2nd and 16. Yeah. Second and 16 for the Chargers at the 35. They need to get away here at least with 3 points to keep things close. But we're looking for Ladd here, man. We need a Ladd McConkey chunk of yards, if not a 1st down. It's going to be underneath to the tight end. Ooh, nice! It's going to be Conklin who takes it. The other Conk. That's going to be a huge effort, huge challenge for me in the actual season, man. McConkey and Conklin. It's a Conk first down. The Conk Bros. Perform best in KC, filler ball. Oh, you're talking about the playbooks for offense. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll take Baltimore's. Here comes a pass underneath. It's the tight end again. Mood Conklin carrying this drive for the Chargers. We're at the 6-yard line. Let's pound it in. We haven't seen one carry for Najee Harris. He got plenty of work last week. Let's pound it in, baby. Conky Conk and Diddy Conk. Come on, Amarian. I want to see a run here. Come on, Chargers. Let's run the football. Let's take that thing in. It's a pass. It's Herbert underneath. I think it was McConkey that time with the reception. He's at the 4-yard line. And this will take us to the fourth quarter. Let's tie this thing up, dude. It kills me that I had to step in for that moment too, man. But I didn't want another, like... I at least want it to be fun to watch. I don't want to see us trail 14-0 the entire second half and then 21-0, et cetera, et cetera. Underdrain's playing with the third-string offensive line. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that shakes. We're going to see have a lot more clarity on what's actually happening during minicamp. Minicamp's kind of the first little sneak peek at actuality of depth chart moves. Justin Herbert, you got to get rid of it. It's back at the end zone, intercepted. Right into the hands of Pat Surtain. Man, dude. That's brutal. I kind of saw it coming, though. This is exactly the formula that we had last week, too. You bring it in close, and then Herbert throws it away. Yeah. We'll probably step in for another drive here. Now, I'm not going to step in for defense, because honestly, the way I run defense is not fair. And I'm kind of running from last year, too. I ran a lot of... what was the formation? 4-1-2 or something like that? What was it? It was the very blocky line formation. Turnovers, penalties, yeah. Here comes the next carry. It's Harvey. And since it's the fourth quarter, we'll try and step in if we need to. Man, that's annoying. Last year was so much more fun because it felt like real football. This feels like you're kind of getting hosed every game. 2nd and 6. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Here comes Bo Nix. He's got to throw this thing away. So far, can the Chargers get off 3rd and 6 here, man? That would be awesome. I don't want to have to step in again. But I will. Because ultimately, I want to run the football. Like, we're not seeing a lot of that. And that's what this whole offense is designed to do. And we're just not seeing those play calls. 3rd and 6. Nix. Going to throw it underneath. Can the Chargers get the stop? They cannot. I think the Chargers are like 0 in like 10 on 3rd downs. Isn't that nuts? That's crazy. Sinful Hands, what's up, dude? Need a coach shell and a horn for Conklin this season. Yeah, a conch shell, you said. Conch shell. We're going to step in on defense? I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the sim on Justin Herbert too, man. That I'll run a few plays here. What do they have in terms of 4-4? What do they run? I form. I don't know if it got it in. Did it? Oh! That was a crazy move. I mostly don't want to play defense because that's going to happen a lot too. Change playbook next game? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to be doing. That's supposed to be a flat route. Why is this next? I think it's something to do with the simulation. The simulation settings definitely don't feel right. Is that the hard flat? There's a 1st and 10. Should we also change? Maybe what we'll do as well, just to kind of experiment, because again, each Madden's a little bit different. We'll also change it from All Pro to Pro. Grab that hit stick. I'm just worried at this point, man. What's the hard flat? Man. Turnover from Henley. Let's hit it. All right, we gotta kind of gotta go all in here in that heavy blitz. There we go. There's our stop finally. Problem is, we don't got a whole lot of time, and they're going to be up 2 possessions. And this would technically be the Chargers' first actual home opener, wouldn't it? That would be our first actual home openers this game. Oh, KLM sighting. We could bring this one back. Come on, hit the outside. This is not looking good, fam. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull a win off here. We got all 3 timeouts. I'm going to have to step in for pretty much the whole game if we have any shot at this. Like it's going to be Y. First home game in LA. Wait, why didn't I get to choose a play? Guess we can go. Hit QJ. But bad play by director. We need quick hitters, though, man. I want to run the football, which is what's kind of killing me right now. We'll hit a floater out here. Everything's covered, dude. It's also because they know what we got to do, right? Like, we have to hit this deep part of the field if we're going to keep up. Man, dude, he was quick too, number 40. I was like, we figure we at least have the underneath stuff, but no, they're quick. This 4th down already. Guess we'll just hit it. Run it with Herb. Oh, we might have it. We might have it. McConkey is going to save it. Oh, my goodness. That was high risk. I was like, we have a minute 30. We don't have time. And now we got to burn those 3 timeouts in hopes of getting the ball back. Let's go, lad. Crazy that we're sweating right now. What do I run on defense? You guys wanted the onside? That rarely works. That's one thing I do know about Madden. That's not going to work. If there's a glitch, then I don't know it. You know what I mean? Onside does not work in this game. We do have the 3 timeouts, though. Wouldn't mind a restart on some Sunday. I hate doing that. Maybe next year I have to like hold a few test games, but that's like hours of me just watching Sims by myself like a doofus. Now let's try this crash. See. But I think it's become necessary, right? Like, it just feels like... There we go. Nice tackle by Colson. Do we start burning timeouts now? I think we do. There's a few glitches that work. Man, I'm not in the know anymore. I used to be, man. I was a Madden dude. Have to be running it again, right? What's a surefire thing? I don't want to be able to hit the underneath again too, but it's been tough. Let's put still. Let's put still in a curl, and I'll try and cover that part too. No, it is a run. That's it. That's it. That's a nice move. That's a nice move. And we're still in nickel. I think that's going to do it for this game, man. We'll kind of let this play out. There's not enough time. Computer knows what they're doing. I don't want to restart this series. I don't even know what works. That's my biggest problem right now. I don't even know what works anymore. Settings main menu, game options, and change player speed parity. 75 physics based tracking to 90. Try it. Okay. Yeah, because I'm getting bored of the same game again. This is exactly how last season started, except we had the benefit of the testing of last year. Try and help that out, and man, it's just, it's horrible. Controller, redeem code, user settings. Where do we access? Oh, we're in the extras. Edit settings. Game option. Teams off. Let's change it to, because this is like the default. But what we had it on was all pro. Let's change it to pro. We'll change it to comp. This is usually what I change before the game starts. Play clock on. Accelerated clock, put it at 12 seconds. What did you say? Speed parity? Injuries, fatigue. Parity scale, you say, to 75? Okay. See if that makes a difference. And then put this to 90. Yeah, these are settings I don't recognize at all. You say keep it on all pro? Okay, keep it on all pro. That was the secret last year, was putting it on all pro and competitive, which is what we just did. And it still felt really doo-doo. And then let's discuss playbooks here real quick. Offensive. Should we just go run heavy? Or should we go Ravens? And then team specific, we went Ravens last year. That seemed to work out pretty good. We're just getting diced up right now. Should we go double Baltimore, or should we try run heavy? You guys want Ravens? You can do Ravens. The Ravens good, or Eagles? I want something that's very run-centered. I want something that you're going to see a good amount of those carries. Because right now, we're just not seeing anything. Ravens have too many QB runs. Should we go just run heavy? Because you're guaranteed a bunch of carries if you go run heavy, for sure. They don't have much in terms of... But I don't mind Justin running a little bit, too. I don't know. Eagles? I think Eagles doesn't have as much run, like, centered designs, right? Detroit is interesting. Detroit's actually pretty good. I like the Detroit. You guys want to try Detroit on offense? Detroit's pretty run-centered. I wish they showed like the style of playbook like they do in franchise when they'll say, "Oh, it's kind of like this." They run a lot of this and that. It's run heavy or whatever. I'm just gonna leave it up to you guys here. I like those three options. I'll have you guys help me out. The first one's the generic run heavy. The next one's Baltimore, and we're gonna add the Lions. I think the Lions is actually sneaky good. Or the Steelers. The Lions, the Steelers. Let's go with the Lions though, because we got a pretty good parallel roster to them. What do you guys say? We'll run it for like 30 seconds. Which playbook you guys want? Make sure you vote. It's pretty wow, it's tied everywhere. I don't know what's gonna happen here, man. You guys help me out. We'll let it run for like 30 seconds, and then we're just going to go with whatever playbook you guys decide. It's really close between run heavy and the Lions right now. Lions is a passing playbook, he says. Run heavy and the Lions. We'll run it for another 10 seconds. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll try Lions for this first one. If it still does not look good, we'll switch again. That feels all right to me. First choice to kick. Does anybody else have any other suggestions on how to make this more believable? Like even, because man, it's that is rough. Let me set up the next game, I guess. Hang on. I'm gonna go double check actually, let's double check the rosters too. If there's anything else we can. I think what we're gonna end up doing, I gotta put Ladd back in the slot. I think we're seeing way more from him when he was our slot receiver. Unfortunately, that means I will probably end up changing who is in the lineup between QJ and Mike Williams every once in a while. Or anything I can change on Justin Herbert, because he's not been playing good at all, man. He's been playing awful. Sliders, is there a way to access sliders for... I'll check that out here in a second too. I feel like back in the day there's some traits that you could put on a quarterback that would make him either really good or really bad. Attributes look fine. His ratings look fine. Actually, let me show you guys. You guys know these? Make him a 99. And that looks like Justin. Player style. Balance seems fine. He does throw away the football. Senses pressure, ideal decision maker. Is this what the problem is? Decision maker? Is this the problem? Could that be set to ideal? Is that ideal? You don't want paranoid or oblivious. You want ideal? Okay. And you want Slinger 5 for the QB style? Over the top. Which one was it? It was 7, right? They don't have I remember that. They don't have Slinger 5 anymore. They have these over the top ones now. Or am I looking in the wrong place? All right, well. Even look faster. Top. Over the top 3 looks pretty fast. I think we were on 7 before. Ooh, lower 3/4 looks pretty. This is new. Yeah, the Madden 25. I'm not quite sure how everything looks. Three-quarters looks fastest. That's what I'm looking at too. Do we try lower 3/4? Because that looks pretty fast. That's that Phillip Rivers side sling, that sidearm. Yeah, let's do that. We need to help our guy out, man, because he's struggling. What ratings do I have? I have his awareness up to 99. I figured that would help, but it didn't seem to. Accuracies all look great. I don't know. We'll start with that. We'll have to do another reboot, which sucks. I really don't want to do that. But I guess this is one of those few Sundays I don't have a whole bunch going on later today. Wait, Miles, are you like in the know with Madden 25? Because I remember a good amount of this from last year, but all of the names have changed. I have no idea where like Slinger 5 and all that stuff is. Is over the top 3 the best one? Okay. Man, I can't believe we're doing this again. Let me double check the roster. Let me juice a couple more players, man. Who should I juice? Lad already looks like everything looks good. Like, that's the problem. I feel like everybody looks pretty great. I'm gonna juice Tart a little bit. Yay! Hampton. Hampton looks good for a rookie. He's an 81 for a rookie, which is awesome. But maybe I'm thinking too much in the terms of like franchise, you know? Thule? Yeah, Thule needs some help, dude. I'll go do Thule real quick. I don't know what is up with our pass rush, man. We got like 1 sack in 4 games. What is up with that? It's Thule's more of a finesse move guy, right? Well, we're gonna juice that up a little bit. Okay, who else? Trey Harris. I'll bring Trey Harris into the 80s. How about that? Let's bring Trey Harris into the 80s. Bring him a little bit of help, but I mean, I don't know if that's as necessary. I feel like the receivers have been fine. Feels like that defensive line, like in real life, has been struggling. Let's get Tart. Who's the left and right ends? I put Dupree at that end. Let's help him a little bit. Who's Trey Lance? Pass rush is very limited. Okay. Is play rec a big thing this year? It used to really not be. Play rec used to really not matter. Is that something that matters now? Don't bump Harris. Yeah, I think the receivers are fine. We're just getting nothing in terms of realism from the pass rush. Like that doesn't compute with me. Like they should have at least 2 sacks in 4 games. You know what I mean? Like that seems pretty minimum to me. should play versus me. You'll probably win now. I can't say for like years past, man. I used to play this game like crazy, but I have not played in a while. All right, let's go ahead and start with that. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and reboot on that. So we have all the settings the way that we need them. Let's go ahead and save this roster. Got a couple of guys, and hopefully the Justin Herbert stuff, because that was the one thing I remember from last few years is, man, the stupidest little things. Like the little setting would turn it from a garbage quarterback to like, okay, now that's Justin Herbert. Yeah, we're rebooting again. I hate this. Yeah, we're rebooting the series again. Y'all are lucky I don't got much going on today. Because we've already been streaming, what, like an hour? Oh, Lord. It's going to be a long one today. Let's go ahead and load the roster. And what was week 1? It was the Chiefs, right? Oh, my goodness. Ah! Here we go. Gotta love the long streams. Yeah, I mean, Madden, dude. Please. Have mercy. Our rating didn't change at all. That's weird. I wonder if this even matters on quick play. No, because we've been using all of the new players and stuff, so obviously it matters. Why didn't our overall change? Interesting. Okay, let's go to the Chiefs. It's technically our home game, unfortunately. We are starting again. And this time, guys, if we lose, we lose. Like, that's it. Like, we got to keep the series moving. Shorten the quarters for the first 2 games. I am in agreement there. Let's put them at 5-minute quarters. That sound fair? We're going to put it in the Sao Paulo stadium night game. Oh shoot. Does that all look right to you guys? And that looks pretty good to me. Oh, you can change this now? That's crazy. I think that's it. Here we go. I'll have to change the thumbnail here in a minute too. Rebooted. I'm gonna need a snack. Here we go again, dude. An hour into episode 2. Let's see if this at least feels better. I don't need to win. We just need it to feel more like the Chargers. Wait, real quick, too. Let me make sure that the playbooks look okay. Advanced settings. Okay, so the playbooks are correct. Here we go. Let's hopefully this... Hopefully this does it. All right. Take 2. Action.
Who's got it better than I?
Into the end zone, Parker man are witnesses to history.
Yo to Bull fam. This is bull crap. We're back again. The reboot. 2 years in a row is crazy. 2 years in a row is absolutely nuts. Who was the one telling me the settings for the physics and all that stuff? If this works, was it Morthenian? If that works, it's coming in clutch, man. Oh my goodness. And we'll tinker a little bit each game until we finally get it right for Madden 25. Man, just when we felt like we had it all tuned up. Last year it took forever. We play another game, my phone froze. Yeah, we're back at week 1. Chargers Chiefs. And we are going back in it on the reboot, dude. 5-minute quarters to start this thing off. Here we go. I just want to watch some football, man. Come on, man. Don't be a, that thing. I just want to watch some football, baby. Come on, Madden. I hope they figured it out for themselves, because that's absolutely wild. After your Rivals, anyone? Rivals? Like Marvel? I'll play that. Just play some Marvel Rivals after this. And here comes the reboot. Week 1, 5-minute quarter Chiefs game. We'll see if this makes any difference. I wish so badly I could edit the schedule in franchise, because that would solve everything. We could fine-tune everything in those sliders. There's actually some that you can download. People are much better at this than I am. They'll let you download their sliders, and it fixes the whole experience. Thank you, Hugo. Here come the Chiefs on the reboot. They're starting in I form. The Chargers better start in I form too, dude. It's going to be a carry for Pacheco. Pacheco looked like he had a lane, but picks up 3. Thank goodness. PS5 gamer tag. What is my PS5 gamer tag? I literally only play Helldivers on my PlayStation, and then story games. That's literally it. Here comes the play action by Mahomes. He's going to go underneath. Man, a lot of space for number 12. That's that wacky tight end, right? Who was that tight end? What was his name again? It was Wiley, right? Was it Wiley? Let me go to the Chiefs roster. 12? Yeah, Jared Wiley. Here's the first penalty of the game. False start. Chiefs. PS5 for the first time. It's still in the box. Oh, dude, Hugo, really? You never got a chance to play the PS5? Oh, man. What are you playing when you get home? Play Jedi Survivor? So good. Jedi series is so good. Here's Patrick Mahomes. Nice! Finally! We're getting some sacks. It's Khalil Mack. That feels much more realistic. It took us a whole game before we got our first sack in Sim Series. Let's go. Khalil Mack gets in there, and that's very realistic in this game. Of course, the Chiefs' offensive line's kind of doo-doo. We should see a lot of sacks this game, at least the potential for it. And Survivor Series, so good. Let's go, Mac. GTA 5, some Madden, whatever else. Nothing wrong with a little GTA, man. Here comes the next play. It looks like a run to the right. Is it going to stick that way? Chargers playing a little bit loose. 2nd and 23. No way. Rashee Rice on the insane, I guess, go route, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a crazy reception for crazy yardage. We're inside the 40 now, of the Chargers. Yes, excellent. Did we restart? Yeah, we did. And I'm hoping it makes a difference. We've tried a whole lot of stuff to make it feel more fun, and it's not quite panned out, which sucks because, man, I did a whole bunch of prep for this stream. Here comes the next reception by Worthy. I'm worried. This is what I'm worried about. I'm worried that the even team slider is what fixes this, and I don't want to do that. I'm flat out just not going to do that. Yeah. Rice is a problem for real, though, yeah. Again, I don't mind the Chiefs winning this game. I just want it to feel more like an authentic football experience. And, so far it's not too crazy. Pacheco on the wheel. I can believe that. What's up, Sneer Snappy? What's up, dude? How you been? The man who saved my buttocks stranded in L.A. Not really. But the Ubers were like $50, bro. So Snappy was like, I'll take you to the airport. And they still had to drive back to San Diego. To my hero, the Snap Man. Here comes a Patrick Mahomes underneath, and it's out of bounds. 2nd and 8 coming up. Put Khalil Mack at the right end, Thule at left end. Yeah, I've thought about that too. But then who's rushing at linebacker? Who do we put at left and outside? Who do we put outside linebacker as complementary rushers? Would it be Perriman and Colson? Ooh, nice pass rush there. Hey, it's Dan Henley and Thule to a Pelotu. 3rd and 16. Oh, maybe it was all along. Maybe it was the playbooks. We got to find out if that works with the Lions playbook that we loaded in. But so far, the Ravens defense looks so much better. Oh, 3rd and 16. Let's go. That feels very believable. 3rd and 16. Can the Chargers get off the field here? No, it's going to be the end of the quarter. Short quarters because we had to reboot again. GD, dude. You're sorry to hit 600 PB in future. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it was the same thing 3 games in a row, and I'm peeved. I went back and rewatched my stream. We changed all our settings, and it still didn't work. Of course, it's Madden 25, so it's different. Man, Chargers really bringing the heat now. It was a nice play call, but it's still a 4th and 8. Putting him at the 19-yard line. So the Chargers hold him to 3. Very, very nice. I can definitely believe that. It's a 4th and 8. Nice stop. First stop by the Chargers. Can you believe that? Like the last game, that's probably the biggest thing that ticked me off in the last game was that I think the Chargers were like 0-9 on third down stops on defense. Like, come on. You know that ain't right. You know that ain't right. Having a baby boy in the next few days. Can't wait for you to meet him. Ah! Yes! Senior Snappy's getting a little baby Snappy. Little baby Snappy. Oh, congratulations to you and your wife, man. Ah, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Congratulations, man. I want a little mustache on him or hers, like baby pictures. Here comes the return by KLS. And it's going to be a Justin Herbert first series with the Lions playbook. I'm excited to see that. And you know what? That's kind of fair. I'm starting to realize that I was pushing so hard for the Chargers playbook, but Madden didn't know what we were going to run. They just assumed because we hadn't had an actual season of Jim Harbaugh until Madden 26. You know what I mean? Like Madden 26 is going to be the first game where we actually have a season where they're going to be able to try and replicate their actual playbook. So I think it's fair to say that, a playbook swap may have been the fix here as well. We'll see. I like what I see so far. There's Hampton. Looks like a running formation. It's going to be, a play action to start things off. And underneath, nice play to Will Dissly. And Dissly is going to pick up a huge chunk of yards. Nice play there, man. A pass from a run formation. And Justin Herbert makes it happen. That feels very Jim Harbaugh. Getting the tight end 2 involved. Let's go. Glad McConkey bottom of the screen. And it's going to be over the middle. Trey Harris. This already feels so much better. Trey Harris is going to pick up 7 yards. And we're at the 42-yard line. Does this already feel better to y'all? It feels better to me. Gadsden going to eat. Yeah, you're going to see some 2-3 tight end sets with maybe Gadsden in this playbook, yeah? Man, even got Andy yelling correctly. Looks better already. I think the playbook change really helped. And that is part of the changes last year. I just figured we didn't need it. Here comes the flag. But last year we were playing. I remember because I wrote it down. It was the Niners and the Ravens. The Niners offense, Ravens defense, and then we changed it to competitive and all pro, and that was the change that fixed the series last year. So maybe the playbook change was definitely necessary here too. Now we vibing. That's all I want, man. I just want to have some fun. 2nd and 8, Justin Herbert. It's to the sideline. Ooh, it's Mike Williams. Mike Williams going to take it all the way. Oh, very close. Oh, that feels good. I like that. I definitely like that. Mike Williams, we know his work versus the Chiefs in his Chargers career. And that's a huge play. Catch and run from the 40 all the way inside the 10. And we got ourselves a ball game, baby. Chargers offense is firing. That is more like it. 12 seconds with motion isn't enough time. Yeah, we're going to have to change that to 15, yeah? Oh, and the Morthenian settings is beautiful. Here comes, oh, finally a carry for Najee Harris. We didn't see that at all last game. Going to be at the 6-yard line, but still like to see number 22 involved. Detroit playbook fits with the Chargers. I like it so far a lot. It's got a nice combination of run formations and passing looks appropriate. Let's see what they decide to do here. How many games are going to do? I don't know. We'll vibe. We'll vibe together. Here comes Justin Herbert. Back to the end zone. It's Mike! Let's go! Chargers! Touchdown! That's Mike Williams. We know his work. That looks very familiar. Mike, revenge game. Here we go. Whole lot of yards for Mike Williams. Whole lot of... Oh, there we go, dude. Chargers take a lead here, 3-7. And again, I don't care if we win or lose. This feels better. This feels like an actual game rather than getting hosed by the computer over and over. I like it. I like it. Mic'd up with the tud. Letting Justin cook. How long you guys want to go? How long you guys thinking for this one? Did we reboot the whole thing today? How many games is that? 4? At 5-minute quarters? Possibly. We'll see how long we want to go. Y'all want the 4? Y'all want the full 4? Defense plays good too. Plays Derwin. Better to me. Okay. I like the Ravens so far. They're blitzing very appropriately. That's the big thing about the Jesse Minter defense that I think was missing in the first 4 games is that we're not blitzing at all. Now, the Chargers are a very nice blitz team. Like, we got the tools to do so, and we saw some success. Let's see if they can do it again, especially versus the Chiefs, who have no offensive linemen. I kind of like that too, Envy. Here comes underneath. It's going to be Rice, who gets wrapped up by Junior Colson. And they're at 2 minutes now at the 30-yard line, so you're going to probably see a no huddle for the Chiefs. Fast forward for the first 3 games. I kind of like running the sim again. Here comes the next play underneath. Who is 20? Is it 29 for the Chiefs? Who was the receiver there? Was that Kareem Hunt, the running back? Okay. Kareem Hunt from the underneath, and it's 3rd and 3. Can the Chargers get off the field here? That'd be nuts. It didn't happen at all last game. This is a huge opportunity. You see Mack and Tooley on the edge there. Come on, baby. Somebody get home. They're sending them. It's over the middle, and it's Xavier Worthy. Picks up the first down. I like the play call, but Worthy, he's that Madden glitch for sure. 5-time fan. Oh, Senior, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I remember everybody freaking out when we saw him at training camp. I didn't get a chance. I mean, I saw him because we were up in that little, like, canopy area. We said, hey, but that is awesome. That is super awesome. Here comes another pass underneath. It's to number 5 of the Chiefs. Is that Hollywood Brown? Yes, it is. Hollywood Brown. They're moving to the 37-yard line. Chargers need to keep him out of the end zone. That's kind of the name of the game here with 2 minutes. And that feels very accurate. Patty always scores within 2 minutes. Hopefully it's just 3 here. Sounds good. Envy. Hey! Nice stop there by the Chargers on the screen. That was Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree, who just got the extension, makes the play, and the Chiefs burn their second to last timeout. It's a 2nd and 14 from the 40. Another sack. Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Let's get another sack here and push him out. Watch out for Kelsey in the slot at the top of the screen. Here comes Patrick Mahomes. He's going to go underneath once more to Hollywood Brown. Puts him at the 34-yard line. Probably the right move there, keeping him in field goal range. It was Tillery on the sideline. And it's a 3rd and 8. Watch out for Patrick Mahomes. There's a lot of pressure, and he gets home. Is that Bud Dupree again? Oh, Bud Dupree. Chargers should maybe take a timeout now. No? Nah, I think we're good, dude. 4th and 16 for the Chiefs. Bud Dupree, let's see some 48s in the chat, man. There's a sack for the recently extended. There it is, Jerry Tillery. Boo that man, boo. As the Bolts do hold the Chiefs to nothing. That was huge. It was the 43-yard line now, I'm just realizing. They didn't even want to take the field goal up. And the Chargers will keep the lead, and they do have the ball. Dude, I'm hoping and praying that we see something like this in the actual home opener. That would be such a defining game for the season if we could have something like this go down. You know what I mean? The Kaplan, yes, I did see that, Hugo. Dude, that was so, like, I'm hoping it was rage bait. Like, I'm hoping he was just trying to get people to fight or whatever, like, and it's not how he really feels, because that is, ugh, man. I was cringing just listening to the first half of it. I was like, come on, man. Why are we promoting hate? Why are we promoting, you know, all this fighting? Like, let's move on and try and be a collective, you know, community of happy, cheerful Chargers fans. I know there's still people that are bitter about it, but there's been enough time for healing. I don't think we want to focus on the hate anymore. Made a career being salty. I guess I haven't watched much of his stuff because, man, that to me was so just unnecessary. It's a run. No, play action. Herbert. Oh, it's going to be Ladd McConkey to the 40-yard line, and the Chargers are driving yet again. Being the Chiefs week 1 is a statement win. Might even get 10 minutes of media coverage. Was he a Chargers fan before? He claims not to be a Chargers fan anymore, but they live rent free his mind. I feel like the cheers when nobody's watching. Was the Kaplan Chargers fan previously? Here's a carry for Hampton. He's going to get wrapped up by Nick Bolton. Because, I mean, I guess there's some San Diegans, which I get it. I think there's the majority of us do as Chargers fans. I'm a Chargers fan because of San Diego. I'm sure there's a lot of us like that. But you can either, you know, hold on to hate of something you have zero control over. You can get over it and find either something that brings you joy that's outside of that hobby, or learn to overlook the 2-hour drive. Here comes an over-the-middle pass. It's Mike Williams again. First down for 81. Mike Williams, who we didn't see much of at all in the first game. Of course you got to see him in week 1 versus the Chiefs. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Big Mike. When Salty show up. This playbook, yeah, dude. Here's another underneath pass. It's going to be Ladd McConkey with the 4 yards. I do wish we were running a little bit more. But so far, we're moving the ball. We'll call a play with tight end at wideouts, like a jumbo package type feel. Yeah, I remember seeing that a few years ago. They used to do that with Donald Parham. That would be kind of sick. 2nd and 6. Will we finally see a run? It's a pass over the middle. A lot of quick passes over the middle. You know what? It's working. when you got Ladd McConkey, you got an open man. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 38. On QJ. Oh, yeah. I think we'll do better. Clean up those drops. Can't afford him to fail. I think our success hinges on him improving. I don't know if it hinges on him improving, but I really am rooting for it because it'd be really nice not to have to go back to the well. Here's a nice receiving opportunity for Hampton. He makes 6 yards out of it. I want to see more of that, too. I'm down to see more of that. But it would be nice to feel confident in your wide receiver trio because, I mean, with QJ, you can run him in the slot a lot, man. He's actually not too bad as that big slot type wide receiver. And if he can find his footing, I feel real good about that. Here comes Hampton carry once more. Chiefs were ready for it. 2 rushes for 0 yards is crazy. But let's see if we can get a conversion here on 3rd and 4. We're in field goal range, luckily. Small group of people at this point. In San Diego. I really like that, too. I think that's the perspective that he's taking is what offends me the most. Is that it feels like a really good thing that they're shaping up to be a bad thing. There's Trey Harris with the conversion there. 1st down, rookie Trey Harris brings the Chargers that much closer to a 2nd touchdown this drive. Let's go. But the whole idea of Jim Harbaugh, who's got the roots there, visiting the veterans and trying to bring the San Diego community back into the fold, like, I love all of that. To try and, like, bastardize that, it offends me. Nice little catch and run there for Amari and Hampton. And it'll be a 2nd and 6. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. This game going by real quick with the 5-minute quarters. Can the Chargers hold on to the lead? At this point, I keep forgetting the 5-minute quarters are a huge factor in this game. Another touchdown here. You might be able to put this one away. Yeah, only 2 rushes is kind of insane. Should we try the run-heavy offense next game, or... I like this one so far, though. I think the passing is much improved from the Chargers playbook. But I want to run more. Justin Herbert. He's underneath to Mike Williams. It's going to be knocked out. A 3rd and 6. Yeah, at least you need the 3. But a touchdown, you might be able to put this game away. Yeah, I don't think any of us have forgiven the move, but I think many of us can say we've moved on, you know, about it or anything in the media. 3rd and 6, Herbert over the middle. It's Mike Williams again. Mike said, give me the ball, coach. Give me the ball. He'd been thirsty to take on these Chiefs a whole year on other teams. Give me the ball. 1st down, Chargers able to milk some more clock too, man. Let's run. I want to run. I read it. Over the middle again, it's Ladd McConkey. Dude, that feels so much more appropriate, too. That was my mistake in the last video. I took Ladd out of the slot, which he doesn't like being labeled a slot receiver, but in Madden, you need him there. Like, he'll still play outside plenty, but we need him on the inside whenever we can. We got to get those conversions. Dude, I like this Mike and Trey on the outside with Ladd on the inside. Can we get somebody open? It is caught! Oh, dropped the last second. It looks like the rookie had his first NFL touchdown, but it is dropped at the last second. 3:33 left on the clock. Now what do you do if you're the Chargers? Look like man coverage, tight man. Justin Herbert looking. He's going to have to throw this thing away. It's a 4th and 4. Nice decision there, I think. You don't want to force an interception once again like we saw in the Broncos game. Take the 3. See if you can hold the Chiefs on defense. Here comes Cameron Dicker to put us up a full score yet again. Of course, they could take a 2-point try, but anyway. course, Dicker is good. And the Chargers take a 10-3 lead. The defense can help put this game away. Come on, D. Come on. Kurt Q was beat all the hell. I wanted to hit the station, San Diego. To go to games weekly. Yeah. And a game was when LT got his number 21 jersey retired. You met David from Locked On Chargers that day. That is awesome, dude. Man. Here come the Chiefs on the return. It's number 30 inside the 30. And we got a 3-minute, 21-second fourth quarter to wrap up before we move on to the Raiders again. It is 1st and 10. Yeah, the San Diego argument will always be alive. Bolts couldn't stay at the queue. Yeah, that was. I heard a lot about that too. I was very much so following the Save Our Bolts campaign. There's a lot of information about why they moved and the support the team needed and this and that. Allergies must be acting up. You bet they are, dude. Look at this. We'll come back. Look at this. And we still got a whole reboot left to go. Let's go! You just want to see a pick? Let's see if the defense has it in them. I think this game should be full of sacks, man. I think you're going to see a lot of sacks this game. And it's an underneath pass to number 4, Rashee. It's a 3rd and 1 coming up. Chargers closing a little bit better this game. Can they get off the field? I mean, they're going to have to go for it on 4th down either way, so maybe hope for a sack here. Oh, I do remember that game now. Ugh. Yeah, that was crazy. Here comes Patrick Mahomes. Chargers only rushing 3, which I didn't like that. Thule out in coverage. And it's Kelsey with the reception at the 50-yard line. Chiefs are driving, but they need a touchdown. Can the Chargers force a mistake? I'm thinking about that suggestion in the chat, too. Maybe we find a 4-3 defense and just put Thule and him in there and just keep it at that. 3-4 is so hard to run in Madden. In period, but yeah, in Madden in particular, trying to get the right personnel out there. Over the middle, it's Hollywood Brown. Will they get another playoff before the 2-minute warning? Hate prevent D. Yeah, me too. Off camera. The lawyers got rich in negotiations. They're the only winners. Yeah, that's too bad. 2nd and 2. 5 wide. Patrick Mahomes looking. Sideline. Wow, he came down with that. Xavier Worthy on the sideline. Minute 50 left. They're at the 26-yard line. They got plenty of time, but can they get into the end zone? Ugh. Here comes Patrick Mahomes over the middle, and it's another 1st down. They take their first time out with a minute 30 left. They're hoping to tie things up. Chargers, I mean, if it were up to me, if I were in control, I would be maybe thinking about some timeouts at this point, too, depending on how much, if they gain much here on 1st and 10 from the 14. I mean, you give Justin Herbert a minute in Madden, there's always hope for a field goal. Here's Patrick Mahomes looking. Oh, the pass rush gets home. Oh, nice moves. I think that was Thule. And Bud from what I was looking at. Thule and Bud, and that's what you need. You need to rattle the quarterback. You need to start creating some pressure, and maybe you can get a mistake by Patrick Mahomes to be capitalized upon by the defensive backs. Here comes a over the top, and it's going to be a Travis Kelce walk-in touchdown. Ah. Well, the Chargers have a minute to try and get a touch, or try to get a field goal, rather, with Justin Herbert. Man, who was on Travis Kelce? I think Elijah Molden came in trying to tackle him. It may have been Cam Hart. Yeah, Travis Kelce. And let me text my wife too that it's going to be a little longer. Yeah, we needed to see Derwin on Kelce. But 50 seconds, we'll need what, like 40 yards or so, 30 or 40 yards for Cam Dicker, I believe, with 3 timeouts. Let's see if we can make it happen, man. Three points off the back of Cam Dicker. Stranger things have happened. KLS with the return brings us back to the 26, 27-yard line. OT incoming. Yeah, they know it. They know that we rebooted. They're like, how can we keep Director on a little longer? First and 10, Herbert, play action. Going over the middle, and it is incomplete. Dangerous pass. I don't know who that was for, but holy crap, triple coverage. Let's not do that. Let's not do that again. Last thing we need is to turn this ball over for the Chiefs to win, which would follow the formula. I hate to say it, but that would be the formula of the first 3 games. Come on, Chargers. You think we'll see Slater start mandatory minicamp? I don't think so. I think you're going to see him. Big hit. 3rd and 10 coming up. I think you're going to see him closer to actual training camp. Get his deal done. First week or 2 of July. I think the Chargers, they have the power not to fine him too. So like you can fine him at mandatory minicamp, but I think they have the power to override it. 3rd and 10. Now we see I form. And it is a carry. Oh, Hampton tried his best, but it's a timeout, Chiefs, and now they have an opportunity for a 3-point win. Why? Why did we see I form? What's up, Madden? They just wanted to force the timeout? Weird. What happened to Darius Davis as our returner? I put KLS as our punt returner and Darius Davis as our kick returner, just so we can see a little of both. As the return man for the Chiefs brings it back to the 20. And they got 24 seconds to put it in field goal range. Hampton looks slow, raised his speed. If we don't find them, it'll keep me optimistic. I don't know when the fines... Do they kick in right away, or is it something that happens after a certain date? We'll just keep an eye on it. If this is the NFL of the 80s, Derwin James doing the pile driver on Kelce would have been great. Here comes the Chiefs, and they're running it too. So Madden right now is just assuming that everybody's playing for overtime. That's what Madden's thinking. Everyone wants to go to overtime, so I guess we're going to let them do that. Watch where they do some BS. I don't think they would have ran it if they were hoping to get that, which is crazy to me because in Madden, you can easily pick up 20, 30 yards with 3 timeouts. Like, come on. Fines will happen. Chargers. So as far as I understand it, the mandatory minicamp, those fines again, I'm guessing here from stuff that I've read, the Chargers can choose to enforce those, and I think the actual training camp is where fines are unavoidable, as far as I know. But I don't know. You know, even if he does get fined, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if they compensate it with more money on the contract. They're going to make him the highest paid tackle in the NFL. Like, it really feels that way. Chargers elect to receive. We have the football. Come on, offense. Hold in and be at camp. I think he gets signed first week or two of July. That's going to be my official prediction. I think first week or two of July. Hopefully anything earlier, I'm totally about. But that's kind of what I'm feeling is going to happen. Here comes the return. KLS, 27-yard line. And we got an OT Chargers possession here. Director said 5-minute quarters. Madden said, hold my beer. We're going into OT. Here comes the Kansas City Chiefs. Defense, excuse me. Their defense. Chargers offense. Can we get a touchdown early? Come on. Justin Herbert was winding up, dude. Chris Jones just saved what might have been a huge play. I wish that we could replay and see who was running that go or that deep post, because there was somebody Justin liked downfield. Chris Jones saved that from being a huge play. Oh, my goodness. 2nd and 15 coming up. Here comes 2nd and 15. Can Justin get another big play off here? It's over the middle. It's Trey Harris who picks up a whopping, was that 12 yards on the play? 3rd and 3 coming up, much more manageable. Trey Harris very close to the first down. Took a big hit. Either way, no matter what happens, this already feels way better than the first 4 games that we simmed already. 3rd and 3, it's Herbert, and it's going to be Ladd McConkey who picks up the first down just barely. That's a first down, Lightning Ladd. Oh, man, that was close. Ladd McConkey on the effort keeps us on the field with our offense. It's a first at the 37-yard line. Is Omarion Hampton time? No, it's a play action, and Herbert's going to take another sack, dude. The Chiefs have us out-sacked like 3-1. We need more work out here, boys. 2nd and 18 coming up. Leo Chenal. Oh, that's brutal. Him and Nick Bolton got in there. Who's at guard and center? I think we have Andre James at center. I think he was a 74 versus the Bozeman 72 for whoever's concerned. And Zion is still at guard. Why hasn't Trey Harris been signed? Again, I think a majority of this stuff's going to happen in July. 2nd and 18. We need some big yards. Is Mike Williams prepared to do it again? It's going to be intercepted. Here's the formula, baby. He might actually take this back to the house, too. That's going to do it. I mean, again, it feels better than the last game, so we're going to give it the benefit of the doubt. We're going to give it the benefit of the doubt, but hopefully, again, we're not walking into the same thing. But this is much, much, much better than the first time. I hate that the formula has continually been, it's close, and then Justin throws it away at the end. You know? That's the big thing I'm trying to avoid in the Sims. I don't want to follow a script. But this, again, the Sim felt a lot better, so we're going to roll with it. And then I guess I got my work cut out for me before the next episode. We'll see how they fare versus the Raiders. So we got a Chiefs. Will they throw it? Okay, it's saving worthy. It's dropped. I mean, I was like, do the Chiefs throw it away back to us? What are they doing? You need a field goal, you yahoos. It's 2nd and goal. In real life, this would be over. The 3 would have been kicked and the Chargers would have lost already. It's a Pacheco run for the touchdown. All right. It'll be a 16-0 Chiefs win in Brazil. It felt better as a sim. We're going to roll with it. We're going to hope that things are working all right. Yeah, the Chiefs losing pissed me off. I know. They make Justin Herbert's play recognition terrible. Should I go change that too? I think that's all I want. Like, I don't care about like his throw power and all that other stuff. I think he looks fine, but he doesn't make as many bad decisions in real life as what we're seeing in Madden. Especially like when you saw what Bo Nix did, you're like, wait, but we have Justin Herbert. He looks like Ryan Leaf out here. Yeah. It's tough, man. We haven't seen a win in Sim Sundays, and we've even rebooted. But it's okay. Like, I figured the first game we were probably going to lose. I just needed it to feel more appropriate. You know what I mean? Let's go set up the next game. Oh, not restart. There we go. Do you guys want to try that run heavy? I'm going to go change Herbert's play rec real quick, too. We'll do a little bit of maintenance wherever we can. Herbert. I'm wondering if you'd be attending. No, I will not be at that game, Oski, but you have a great time, dude. I'm super jealous. Do they have play recognition for quarterback? I don't see it here. I see awareness. That's up at 99. We'll bump up his play action a little bit. Accuracies all look good. Yeah, I don't know. $2 holla from Heavy DC. Even Madden is still underestimating us. What's that? What's with that? We're the underdogs, baby. Continue to be the underdogs. I'm gonna go check one more thing too while we're at it. If I go to settings, can I access the sliders from here? Hang on, we might be cooking. Any Madden gurus out there? So this is CPU and this is player. If I'm simming, does this bracket still count, or is it still the computer playing? I mean, I don't mind leaving all this stuff this way, but this is generally what I would be looking at in franchise if I was having concerns. What do? Do we pump up the QB accuracy to like 70? I should lower QB accuracy. You mean for... Are you talking about for the CPU? Just up his passing stats. Yeah, I just did that. His passing all looked pretty great. I put it in 90 and above. Do we take the CPU accuracy down a notch? Like 40? All right, I'm not gonna mess too much with that, but if you guys have any ideas with that, because I don't know what I'm doing with that. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Player sliders don't apply when you're simming. That's what I was thinking too. Maybe I'm just not gonna touch it. I think I'll switch that back to 50, and I'm just not gonna touch it. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go set up the next game. Chargers at Raiders, right? There we go. And do we want to try the run heavy? I kind of do want to try it. I really like the Lions playbook, so we can always come back to that. But man, I actually had a lot of fun. I want to see more of a running emphasis with this team. Let's go run heavy. You're going to see way more of Najee, I think, in this game too. Go 5-minute quarters. We'll turn the play clock remaining to 15. What time does this game play? Just right here. Oh, it's a Monday night football game, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Monday night football game. All right, let's do it. Keep this going. Keep it moving. Run heavy. Yeah, we're gonna try the run heavy offense. I liked the Baltimore defense a lot. That looked a lot better. We'll see if that makes a difference here. I want to see the Chargers look like the Chargers. I want to see this team run the football. Go ahead and skip all this. And save a little bit of time. All right, here we go. Week 2 on the reboot again. 2 years in a row. Ugh. The 49er playbook, pretty much same offense. You know, honestly, that's what we ran last year, and it worked great. Maybe we do that next game too. We just kind of find a nice because so far I really like the defense. I feel pretty sold on the Ravens defense. The offense looks good. I liked it. But maybe we do run, because that's what we ran last year was the Niners. That's the point where things got really fun. That's where we ran the Niners. So let's see what the run heavy looks like. If this doesn't work out, we'll go to the Niners. Maybe we'll just stick to that. Because the Niners worked great for us last year. If we have another, so this is the thing here, guys. I'm gonna be transparent with this. If we run into another game where it's close, but at the end Justin Herbert throws it away, which again that can happen, but this would be like the 6th game in a row that happens. Then I don't know if we can run some Sundays this year. I don't know how to avoid that script in Madden. You know what I mean? Ooh, nice run by the Raiders. Starting off with Ashton Genty. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. I'll have to do some serious research on that. Maybe reach out to some of my Madden buddies and see if they have a solve for it. You guys remember Trumpet Monkey? Maybe I'll hit him up and see if he has any fix for it. But so far, it's all right. Here he's couple of plays to their star players, Genty, and I think that was Brock Bowers on the sideline. It'll be 2nd and 5. Genty's going to be a problem? Yeah, he is. You think Geno will do better or worse with the Raiders and the Seahawks? Honestly, the Raiders have better weapons for him so far outside of wide receiver. Like, you can get by with Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty. But he had DK in Seattle too, so. Ooh, huge hit! He holds on, number 18. That's actually really interesting, Hugo. I don't know. It feels kind of even because they got some serious star power, but I think Seattle had a much better defense. I'm gonna say he was set up better in Seattle, but the Raiders, they got some sneaky pieces on defense too, man. Their pass rush I think is gonna be kind of dangerous this year. 1st and 10. It's going to be an outside pass. He'll pick up 3. And it'll be a 2nd and 7 for Geno. Kenneth Walker. Yeah, Kenneth Walker's pretty good too. He was hurt a lot though, right? I think I had him on my fantasy team. Was it this year or last year that he was hurt a lot? Maybe both. I remember it was Carson something ended up picking up a lot of his carries. 2nd and 7. It's Geno. He's going to throw over the middle. Finds his target, number 11. That's Trey Tucker, who picks up the first down at the 36-yard line. I gotta grab something. Buddy gave this to me. I need to find a spot somewhere in the studio where this is going to fit. It may have to be off screen, but I thought it was pretty cheeky. Here comes, Geno Smith on the run. He's going to get a huge sack. Who is that? Tooley. 3rd and 25 coming up. Ho-ho-ho! Anyway, there's... We still running the Ravens defense? Yes, we are. Ravens defense. And we're starting to pick up some sacks. I think we got 2 last game. We got our 3rd so far in this game. That feels so much more appropriate to what we're built for, too. 3rd and 25. Huge sack by Tooley. And the Raiders now back at midfield. Can they convert on 3rd and 25? Geno Smith running. He's going to take off more than likely. No. Oh, he's going to throw it away. Nice. 4th and 25. Chargers defense gets a stop. Let's go. Tooley's on a career year. 10-plus sacks. Let's do it. Tooley really saved that drive. The Chargers should get the ball on offense. I like that, too. I like the kick. I think that's helped out a lot with these short clocks. Weird punt. Chargers are going to get the ball at the 30-yard line. I like it. We'll see. Ooh, new run-heavy offense, too. I'm excited. We better run the football, is all I'm saying. If we don't run, then there's... I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else we can do. If we pass a lot out of this playbook, then there's no stopping it. We might as well just stick with the Niners or the Lions. It's 1st and 10. Chargers. Omarion Hampton. Are passing. It's underneath. They're going to hit Lad McConkey on the outside for 5. Can we see a run on 2nd and 5, maybe? Come on, baby. I want to see some running out of this run-heavy offensive playbook. Please. Here we go. Looks like a run. Feels like a run. Is it a run? In motion's Trey. And it is a run. And it's Omarion Hampton who picks up a solid 4 yards. It's 3rd and 1. Let's bring in Najee Harris for the 1-yard conversion here, man. Come on. I want to run the football. I want to run the football. Maybe that's something we can fix in the sliders, too. Maybe more running. I got to do some research. They're going to stick with Omarion here. They bring out the fullback, Scott Matlock. And it's not going to be snapped. It's a 3rd and 1, but an end of a quarter. Chargers will start the second quarter with the football. Oh! 3rd and 1. Chargers. Ooh, man, I don't know about this. Can we get the 1 yard with Omarion? It's a pass. Herbert. He's going to get hit as he throws. It's a 4th and 1. Oh, dude. Run the ball. Run the ball, please. We're begging you. Run the football! Please. That's all we're saying. Kyle Kennard had 12.5 sacks 2024 at South Carolina. Yes, he did. He was the sack leader in the SEC. Or he got SEC Defensive Player of the Year. That's right. Man. Second and 11 coming up. Did I miss a play? It's going to be, another nice play by Tier Tart. 3rd and 15. What a nice effort by him up there. We would need to see that in real life, dude. We need to see that in real life. Third and 15. Get off the field, defense. Come on. Gino's on the run. Somebody get the stop. And Gino takes a little lick on the way down. It'll be a 4th and 4. The Chargers get the ball back. So what do we do? How do we force the game to run the football? How do we force that? Because we're in a run-heavy offense and they're still passing. How do we stop that? Kennard and Henley are two gems that teams didn't realize and wish they had picked up. Absolutely. Henley's been awesome, man. I think Junior Colson's on his way to the similar story. Habu, I'm in the same boat. I have a hard time, asking myself if I should say it or if I'll get slapped on the wrist by the big guy. 1st and 10. Okay, I form finally. I think that's Najee Harris in there. That's what we should have seen in 3rd and 1. It'll be a run. It's Najee, and he gets tackled at the line. It's so hard to run in this Madden. I got to do a whole bunch of research on what works, what doesn't work, how to manipulate the game to run more authentically. Omarion Hampton in at running back. Chargers likely going to pass here, right? It's a Justin Herbert pass to the tight end. It's going to be Conklin, and Conklin shoves off a tackle, picks up 23 yards on the reception. And the Chargers now at the 2-minute warning, more likely, are going to have an opportunity for at least 3 points. Let's see if they can get it into the end zone. I think we're going to go to the Niners after this. If they're going to pass and we can't stop them from passing, we might as well just go to a playbook that works. Get conked. 1st and 10, 2-minute warning. As soon as it hits 2 minutes, they're not going to be running anymore. Yeah, that's predictable. We'll see if they risk it. No, it's going to be a quick pass and almost intercepted by number 30. It'll be a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Herbert looking, fires middle. Oh, nice catch by Trey Harris. In coverage, Chargers pick up the 1st down at the 43-yard line. And the rookie makes a play, keeping the drive alive, and hopefully points are to follow here for the Bolts. Justin Herbert over the middle, It's Ladd McConkey picking up 7. We're moving in field goal range now. Can the Chargers pick up 7 instead? Please, please. Time plays a factor in what type of plays they'll run, yeah. They said they had a 3rd and 1 in which they passed wildly at the bottom of the first quarter, though, too. I got to do some research on my own time. Herbert passing, intercepted, looking for Ladd McConkey. And that drive will end in no points. Number 52 of the Raiders, Eldon Roberts. I guarantee you he's like a 64 in this game. Picks off Justin Herbert. Eldon Roberts. Ill-advised throw. And the Chargers cannot capitalize. Here comes Geno and the Raiders once more. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of discouraged if I'm being honest, man. Last year it took us a minute to figure out the settings that would help it out, but it's just not working right now. Underneath pass number 11, they'll pick up a nice chunk. 55 seconds left, 43-yard line. I may end up spending my Sunday afternoon researching how to sim quick play games in Madden without getting hosed by the computer. Here's my thought process right now, guys. Okay, I'll keep it running while I'm talking about this. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is that off stream, I may go do a bit of research on this game engine, because obviously it's different than Madden 24, or this game, on how it works on the simulation. I know they did a whole bunch of reworking to make it different in franchise. Maybe it translated a little different to quick play. I may do a bunch of research, get it to the point where it feels like last season, and then just quick sim the first 3 games, because I don't want to do this again, if I'm being honest. Quick sim the first 3 games. Once I know that it's in a point that it's not going to be goofy and follow the same formula, because, man, dude, if you count the reboot, this would be, what is it, is a game 6 game losing streak? I just refuse to believe that's real. You know what I mean? Something's off. Something's not working. And I think what I got to do is I'm going to have to get my butt in quick play and just test a whole bunch of stuff until we get the right settings, because this is bonkers. And so what we'll end up doing, I think this is what I've decided. I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to pick up episode 3 next week. After I've done all of this testing. And we're going to pick it up at the Giants game. I'm going to quick sim the other games and just see what happens. What do you guys think that? Because I'm exhausted. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm tired. It's been a long week. And these just, they feel goofy right now. They don't feel like last year. Last year it was really, really fun. This year just feels like the same thing. And again, that's how we were feeling at the top of the season. Then we figured out the settings to get it to feel more even. We lost a good amount of games after we figured out the settings, but it felt real. This feels dumb. If I'm being honest, this just feels dumb. I don't know. So is this the last game? Yeah, I'm gonna stop it after this game. We'll see how it runs as far as like a test game, I guess. But this just feels way off. And this is our 3rd or 4th year of Sim Sundays. This is not correct. This is not there's something wrong. And we thought that we had the settings from last season, which we do. We have the same settings from last season dialed in, and it's not working this year. It's a different Madden. It feels wacky. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is next week, we're going to start at the Giants game. I'm going to take some time today tweaking the settings and see what we can do, but it feels off. It feels off. All right. Sorry, guys. I really hate, because I feel like we waste a lot of people's time. This will be the 3rd reboot of this series. But I want it to be fun, and right now it feels like the game is 6 losses in a row. All of the losses are exactly the same. It has to be something that we don't have set correctly. So here's what I'm going to ask of you guys. Could you guys, if anybody's an in on the Madden scene, like if you guys understand, because I used to be one of those guys that was really heavily invested in Madden. I knew everything about it. If there's anybody that knows stuff like that, do some digging with me. See if we can find a setting, a slider, something to bring the fun back to Sim Sundays. Because right now, it's the same copy-paste game over and over and over again. And it hasn't been that way in previous Sim Sundays. So, I don't know. You guys let me know. Yeah, I'm going to fire this up in my living room. And I'm going to go see if I can find what setting that we're missing, because it's very annoying. It's very, very annoying, but we'll see if we can fix it and come back next week and start off at the Giants game. Does that sound fair to everybody? Yeah? All right. Well, guys, sorry about all of the wackiness, Madden 25, this and that. We're going to have Madden 26 by the time we get everything figured out. We'll see you guys next week. I'm going to go do some research and see if we can get this game dialed in. All right? Does that sound good? All right. We'll catch you guys next week. As always, love you, Bolt fam. Bolt up and stay frosty.